Hi, my name is Keely Gross, and we are presenting our project for the professional learning communities. We're group 14, and my role was to help create some of the Kahoot questions and set up the presentation. So, what is a professional learning community? A professional learning community refers to a team of educators who gather to share ideas to improve their practice of teaching and implement a learning environment where students can reach their fullest potential. PLCs are utilized to improve the skills of educators through a collaborative effort. Not only do PLCs benefit educators, they also benefit the overall achievement of students through improved teaching.
If one of the most important variables in student learning is the quality of instruction students receive each day, then we must utilize strategies that result in more good teaching in more classrooms more of the time. We believe the best strategy for improving schools is developing the collective capacity of educators to function as professional learning communities. The very essence and the most important of the big ideas of a PLC is that we embrace learning at high levels as our fundamental purpose, so that we make the shift away from our traditional focus on teaching. I taught it to a focus on learning, but did they learn? And because of that shift, we are willing to examine our practices, programs, everything we do in a school through the lens of impacting learning in a positive way. If we meant it that learning is our fundamental purpose, then our conversations within our schools would be very focused, and they would shift away from a traditional focus of an individual teacher sitting in a classroom looking at the lesson planning document, trying to decide, what am I going to teach? How will I teach? And how much time will I spend on it? And what materials will I use it? That conversation shifts away from the individual teacher grappling with it to a team of teachers who teach the same course, the same content, who share students, and they are working together and delving not into the questions of teaching, but rather the questions of learning. Questions like, what is it that we want our students to know, understand, and be able to do in this English class, in this arts class, in this music class, in this third grade math class? What do we want our students to know and be able to do? What are the specific skills, concepts, and dispositions that every student must acquire in order to be successful, not only this year, but when we send them up to the next level? And how are we going to know if they have learned it? How can we check for understanding? How will we work together to gather evidence and attainment of those essential skills for each and every student? And what if we taught the best way we know and some students still did not learn it? What are we going to do collaboratively and collectively to give kids who struggle more time and more supports for learning in a way that is timely, directive, and systematic, rather than invitational and just random? And what about the kids that already know it? How will we extend and enrich their learning to help them move to the next level as well? These are the questions that drive the work of members of a professional learning community.
Okay, so there are many factors that make a PLC effective, and PLCs are effective when there are shared missions and goals between teachers, intentional and dedicated collaboration occurs, meetings are standards-based, teachers are open to critique and making necessary changes, and teachers openly reflect on teaching and how it impacts student success.
Hello, everyone. My name is Yasmin Jones. I am assigned to be the quote-unquote tech instructor, or, just pretty much over the applications that we use to get this project done. Pretty much one goal. The main goal in the PLC is when attending a PLC, school and district leaders help teachers propose, review, and implement strategies to improve student learning. So underlined in bold is the main goal is to improve student learning. Teachers more so can improve student learning by taking individual notes on ways to effectively teach, still focusing on student learning.
So here are the two PLC questions that I was responsible for covering. This was a multiple choice question, the first one. It says, what does PLC stand for? And the correct answer would be C, Professional Learning Community. And the second question is true or false. PLCs are only meant to benefit the teachers of the school. And the correct answer would be false.
Okay, my questions that I was responsible for, we did a chronological order of importance in the PLC. So the question here, right, what is the order of importance? And this question, we pretty much made it an integrated question to where we used our resources from the video and our notes, as well as what we learned in our books and in the course. So the answer to this, of course, from our video, we know that learning is very important in the PLC, so we will place that first. Secondly would be teaching, because in order for the students to learn, they need to be taught something. And thirdly would be assessment, and pretty much, again, testing students, whether formally or informally, to understand their knowledge of the content. Another question, what is the main focus of a PLC? Again, I feel like I'm beating it in you guys. Main focus is to learn.
I'm Olivia. I was responsible for the Kahoot and then coming up with all the questions with my group members. On this question, it was a select all that apply. And the question was, what are the benefits of a PLC? And there were 3 correct answers and 1 that was not correct. So the ones that were correct were to improve teaching methods and strategies, to improve the student learning, and to collaborate with other teachers. The incorrect answer was to relax and mingle with other teachers and staff, because that's not what a PLC is about. So I also did a tutorial video on how I created the Kahoot.
Hello, I'm Olivia Lachey, and I'm going to be showing you how to make a Kahoot for our PLC project. So we start with, I have already completed mine, but I'm going to show you how I did it and the steps that I took. So you start with going to Kahoot. When you get to the main website, you will make an account and you'll type in all your information, and then it will ask you if you want to create a new Kahoot, and that's what I did. So I made a new Kahoot, and I started with my first question, which was, what does that PLC stand for? And I put all of my answers down here. Well, all the answers that I chose, and then only one of them is correct. So over here on the right side, you can change your Kahoot if you want it to be a quiz, true or false, type answer, slide, or puzzle, and then also how you want all the points to be collected. So for this one, I did a quiz, and so I chose a time limit of 20 seconds. You can do more. The points are standard. And then I chose for this one single select, which means that only one answer is right. If you wanted to do like 2 answers are right, 2 answers are wrong, you can do a multi-select. But for this one, I chose single select. So this is question number 1. What does PLC stand for? The correct answer is right here, Professional Learning Community. So our next question, our next question, I guess that's how you make it bigger, is what are the benefits of a PLC? So this one is a multi-select. So I have 2 answers on here I have 3 answers that are correct, 1 answer that is wrong. And so the correct answers are to improve teaching methods and strategies, to improve student learning, and to collaborate with other educators and teachers. And so for this one, I did the multi-select. It's a quiz also, and the time is also 20 seconds, and then the points are standard. Number 3 is a puzzle. What is the order of importance of PLC? So this one, I chose a puzzle, and here's the answers right here in the order that they should be going in. And I didn't add a number 4. Okay, question number 4 is PLCs are meant to benefit teachers at the school. This is a true or false. This answer is a false, because that's not true. And so I did a true or false, and everything I've kept the same. I've kept a 20-second limit on all of the questions, and the points have been standard. And then the last question is, what is the main focus of a PLC? So on this one, it's a type answer. Here is here's number one answer, and then I also chose down here another possible answer that could be typed out. So that is our Kahoot for the PLC project, and it was really easy to do. I had never used Kahoot, and so I thought it was very easy to make one. And now I'm sure that mine's pretty basic. You do a lot more with it, but I've been doing it. Thanks.
And then here is the Kahoot link to our Kahoot that we created.